So I made a brisket style pork belly for the first time, and it was so easy, you have to give it a try. And we're going to start things off with a nice sized piece of pork belly, and we're going to use fire red hot sauce as a binder, which is really going to help our seasoning stick. And speaking of seasoning, we're going to use Canyon Crust. See, I'm basically going to treat this exactly like a beef brisket, with one major exception. There's going to be no need to wrap it at all during the cook, and that's because it should cook pretty consistently without a stall. And once we get the pork belly covered entirely, we can head outside to the smoker and get it on at 250 degrees. Now, I do strongly recommend you spritz it with watered down apple cider vinegar 2 to 3 times during the cook. And after the internal temp hits about 203 degrees, we can pull it off and let it rest, ideally in a cooler, but that wasn't an option for me today. So butcher's paper and a thick towel are going to have to do the trick. And you really should let it rest for at least 30 to 45 minutes. The fat on top is really delicate at this point, and the rest is going to help with that quite a bit. And to say it's juicy is a complete understatement, and it's also one of the most tender cuts of meat I've ever cooked. And all that's left to do now is give it a taste. Wow.